Tom Senghore, head of the Horticultural Department at the National Agriculture Research Institute, has emphasized the need for fencing and water accessibility in horticultural production, highlighting the challenges and opportunities within the Gambia's agricultural sector. Awa Sanneh reports.
During a recent discussion on the state of horticulture in the Gambia, Tom Senghore, the head of the Horticulture Department at NARI, outlined the various components of horticultural research, which include fruit trees, flowers and vegetables, as well as the cultivation of roots and tubers such as cassava and potatoes. Senghore stressed that two primary factors are essential for successful horticultural production, which are effective fencing to deter roaming animals and reliable access to water, noting that during the dry season, animals often stray into cultivated areas, particularly when they detect green vegetation.
These two things, you cannot do horticultural productions without them. So fencing, why fencing? Because all of us know that here animals are normally tethered during the rainy season. That's the time when everybody is doing production. So it is mandatory for everybody to tether your animals. But even that in some other communities, it is not being followed or adhered to. Then during the dry season, animals are left astray. They keep on roaming anywhere they get to, especially where they see some green vegetations. Is always an attention to them as food. So that being in mind, and most of the major horticultural productions in this country are done during that season. So you must have a fence that will secure you away from the animals.
The horticulture expert urged farmers to prioritize fencing for security purposes, such as the lack of protection contributes to limited land cultivation in the sector. He noted that horticulture is not rain-fed, but requires year-round commitment, explaining that without proper fencing, many farmers are discouraged from expanding their operations. Senghore also highlighted the broader challenges faced by Gambian farmers, including the need to protect young fruit seedlings until they are matured enough to bear fruit. He lamented that agriculture often does not receive the attention it deserves in national development agendas, with government budget allocations for the sector drifting around 1 to 2%, significantly below the necessary level for fostering food self-sufficiency.
Things are even why limited land is being cultivated when it comes to horticultural productions in the Gambia. Because any production of horticulture you are doing is not like rain-fed, it's year-round. If you have, let's say, your citrus trees, you plant them during the rainy season. In the dry season, you need to protect them because those ones, you want to keep them 5, 6, 10 years to be bearing fruits for you. Mangoes, the same thing. Flowers, vegetables is also the same thing. So I think that's a challenge generally for people in the country.
He talked about the untapped opportunities within the sector, saying agriculture offers more potential than any other sector in our country, calling for the recognition of its importance in ensuring food security for all Gambians. As Senghore concluded, he called for a collective effort from government, policymakers and farmers to elevate the status of agriculture in national priorities, ensuring that every Gambian has access to nutritious food on their tables. For Star TV News, this is Awa Sanneh.